Trash to Treasure Day here in Virginia Beach, and we're going to be working on a piece of furniture that we got at the thrift store. So this little end table that we're going to be working on here, you can see just a simple end table or accent table, can even be used as a small coffee table. What we're going to do is we're going to spray this instead of hand painting this time. We're going to spray it with the Wagner sprayer, completely give it a good coating of shiplap white paint, and then we're going to add a large basket, possibly put on some new knobs, decorative knobs, seashells, something reflecting a type of coastal look, and then may even add an extra decoration in the middle. I have a sea turtle that I purchased at Hobby Lobby that's really cool looking, that will give it a unique and special look along with the basket underneath. And we'll let you see what's going on here and what the end results are going to be. All right. So we've got our second coat of paint on, and that's sufficient, looks pretty good. So what we're going to do now is we've got 3 different colors here, and we're going to create some driftwood looking planks by just lightly painting in these areas here to create a kind of a little bit of color for it. And we want it very light, so we're just barely going to be tapping into some colors and spreading it through. So just to give it some color, and work on a little bit. This is called dry brushing, and basically you're just barely tapping any paint on your brush to create this effect here. Barely you want to dry brush it and spread it around. I just got a smaller brush here. Remember, if you feel like you messed up, you got paint somewhere else, you didn't want it to go, just remember, with any of this kind of stuff, you can always get the white paint out and cover up something that you feel like you missed. Now when I'm doing this, since I'm dry brushing, I don't necessarily clean the brush, get a new brush in between, because I may just have to fade this some. So this brush is a little wide, so what I'll do is turn it on an angle a little bit. And so I don't even care if this has a blend of blue in it or whatever. Remember, I'm trying to driftwood this look here, so I'm just creating and then I'm going to put some gray on it. I'm going to add some color to this, but I don't want it to stand out too much. I want it to be just kind of flavored in there. So let's say where the point is to make it look kind of driftwoody and beachy and kind of rustic. Let's step back a little bit. So now we're getting a little bit of colors in it. I'm just going to keep repeating this. like I say, there's different times where I might be in the mood to do something differently. So you see how I just barely touch it on there? Because when I dip it in there, dip the brush in, a lot of times it's going to want to blob it all in one spot. So I'm just trying to barely touch sometimes. And I'm not trying to make each one look the same. You know, when do you ever have wood look exactly the same, faded driftwood, right? All right, here's what it looks like with the basket and a little bit of color on it. What we're going to do now is start some distressing. So I made a little spot here, but we're just going to slightly give it some wear in some places here. This gives it that, you know, that coastal, well-loved, beachy look. Putting a little bit of, you don't want to do too much. Slightly pick out some areas here. Always the corners, you want to hit the corners some. Usually pop the corners a little bit. That chalk paint comes off real easy here. So maybe give this some love here. So I haven't waxed this yet or done any sealant to it.